One of the biggest mistakes wives make is assuming that what they're feeling today is how they're going to feel forever. After 34 years of marriage and 40 years with the same man, I've learned something that would have saved me a lot of heartache if I had understood it sooner. Don't mistake a season for a permanent condition. Every marriage goes through seasons. There are seasons of closeness and seasons of distance, seasons of laughter and seasons of frustration, seasons when you feel deeply connected, and seasons when you wonder what happened to the connection you once had. The mistake many wives make is believing that a difficult season tells them everything they need to know about their marriage. When they feel lonely, they assume they'll always feel lonely. When they feel disconnected, they assume the marriage is broken. When they feel frustrated, they assume they've fallen out of love. When they feel unseen, they assume they'll never be seen again. But after living through many seasons, I've learned that seasons change. One question I wish more wives would ask themselves is this: am I responding to my marriage, or am I responding to the season I'm standing in? Because those are not always the same thing. There was a time in my own marriage when I looked at things very differently than I do today. Life has a way of changing our perspective. Sometimes what we think is the end of something is actually an invitation to grow. Sometimes what we think is permanent is temporary. That doesn't mean we ignore problems. It doesn't mean we pretend everything is fine. It doesn't mean we stop working on our marriages. It means we slow down long enough to understand what is really happening before we draw permanent conclusions. One of the questions I encourage wives to ask themselves is, have I mistaken disappointment for incompatibility? Have I mistaken frustration for failure? Have I mistaken a difficult season for a broken marriage? Those questions matter because many marriages don't fall apart from one big event. They slowly weaken when people stop believing things can improve. After 34 years of marriage, I can tell you that some of the seasons I thought would last forever eventually passed. Not because they fixed themselves, but because we kept showing up. We kept learning, we kept growing, and we kept giving each other grace. The truth is, every season teaches us something. Some teach patience, some teach compassion, some teach gratitude. Some teach us things about ourselves we never knew. But no season should automatically be treated as a life sentence. If you're walking through a difficult season in your marriage right now, I want to leave you with this thought. Don't mistake a season for a permanent condition. Keep learning, keep growing, keep seeking understanding, and don't make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. I'm Donna, and this is Still Standing with Donna, where I help wives recognize, understand, strengthen, and build lasting marriages through practical marriage wisdom from 34 years of marriage and 40 years with the same man.